Here I am.
Hi, Gia.
Hi, Keisha.
How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm a little wrung out today. I don't know why, but
Yeah?
I'll
Oh,
perk up. Probably I'll perk up once we get rolling here.
yeah. Okay. Well, maybe to that end, this will help. I don't know, but I was going through some
Mhm.
stuff here in the house because
Yeah.
there is some stuff
As
in
you
the
are
house.
wont to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I found a postcard that you sent me
Oh
in
my gosh.
1992.
Wowza.
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
that was after we finished school in Montana. You were in Maine, and I was staying at my friend Susie's in Washington, D.C., working
Huh.
at the place where she worked for a few weeks. She got me a little job there. Um, and I wondered if it would be all right if I read some of this postcard to
I
you.
don't know. Was I nice or was I
Yeah, 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 yeah. No,
okay?
it's funny. I think our people will enjoy this. Okay.
Jesus. All
All
right.
right. Let's see. It's
Former
been
me. Former
this.
me doesn't.
Well, I don't know if you've changed so much. This
Oh
is
no, that's maybe worse.
33 years. No, it's fun. It's good. It's good.
Okay, it's good.
Okay.
All right. I'm braced. I'm braced for
Okay.
whatever
All
comes.
right. It's been wicked hot here lately, and I've been lazing about since the family members left. Watched a very bad Jody film on TV, Stealing Home. Just god awful. Did you catch it? It's sure to
Jody.
influence
Oh,
my writing. Yeah, Jodie Foster. Jodie
okay.
Foster. Yeah. And at the time, I guess you were still writing because you said it's sure to
I guess
influence my
so. Yeah.
writing.
Yeah.
I never did see Stealing Home, by the way. But
Okay.
at the same time, she did a movie called Accused about a rape. And I thought Stealing Home would have been a better title for that movie.
Are you still reading my postcard or are you just
No, no,
riffing on your
no,
own now? 'Cause
no. Okay, now
well,
back to the
I have no recollection of either movie, so
yeah, yeah.
that's where I'm at.
Okay. Okay, okay. Fair enough. Okay, here we go again. Snackwell is anxious to meet you. That was your doggy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The dog's name didn't remain Snackwell for very long though, did it?
No, he eventually became Bump.
Bump. Yeah, it was a
I
very
don't know how
cute
that
little
happened.
doggy.
Yeah.
Very cute little
Yeah.
dog. Yeah. All dogs are cute though, let's face it.
Yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Now here we go again. I have to go to a faculty forum meeting Monday. Asbestos flies about the building. So that's good. That's good to know.
You see, my anxieties were already pretty fully developed. I was worried about
Yeah.
asbestos flying around. Okay.
Well, it sounds like the meeting was about that. So I think your anxiety might have been well founded.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This is the part I like. Isn't Joe Satriani a fucking hot guitar player?
I just throw that in there. That's funny.
I mean, see, I mean, now who would you put there? The other guy, Bonamasso or whatever.
That would be a good match at
Yeah,
Bonamassa. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
I hear
Okay.
John Mayer is pretty decent too. I'm not
I've
sure.
heard things like about him too. Yeah, have to check the fellow out.
Singer
Uh,
songwriter, you know. Yeah.
yeah, he does it all. He does it all. Okay, this is the part you finish really strong here. Also, I wish I could see more Fresh Prince episodes. I can't seem to get enough. Love that.
That's so random. Why am I so random?
Oh, it's a postcard, It's funny. It's
Oh,
funny.
that's funny. Well, good for me for actually even sending written correspondence, you know?
I know. That's the sweet part of it. And the stamp, a
Yeah.
postcard stamp in those days was 19 cents.
Wow. That was a
Mhm.
long time ago.
Yeah. So
Oh.
wouldn't you say everybody that Gia hasn't changed too much, really?
No,
Uh
just kind of random and disconnected
but you like what you like, Your
I
guitar
guess
play you love
so.
a good guitar player that's
Yeah.
consistent, I think,
Yeah. Fresh Prince, I have no
Fresh Prince.
recollection of it.
Yeah.
I did like that show.
I did too for a while. Yeah. Yeah. What's not to like?
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, well,
So
thanks for sharing that. I hope everybody I don't know if anybody's interested in former me or current me for that matter, but, um, thanks for saving that. I don't have
Yeah.
anybody's like, I have a few, like, I don't know, things of my
Yeah.
parents, but I don't have, like,
Yeah.
piles of correspondence to
I used
torture
to have
you
this
with, but
yeah, I had like a small it was sort of a wallet passport kind of a case, so it was big enough to fit this in it, and so I emptied that out, and this was one of the things that was in
ah,
there. So, yeah.
okay.
So it made the trip back from DC.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yep. Anywho, I hope that cheered you up a little bit, Gia.
It did, yeah, it woke me up a little bit, thanks, yeah.
Okay. Okay, sure, sure. Oh, and I did take notes again.
Excellent. We just have 2 episodes. You'd think we could hold on to what happened for 2 episodes, but
Yeah, but I think you know as
maybe
well
not.
as I do that we can't.
We can't, yeah.
And now we don't really have to. I mean, like it'll come back to us as I read
Okay.
the notes, I think. But we it's hard enough just getting through a day without having to retain a bunch
It
of stuff,
really is,
you
just
know?
getting through a day, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, in my little note-taking, app on my phone, in the title, it says Lulu accident chase.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, and before we get rolling on that, I just wanna
Yeah.
thank people for, I know you or it doesn't appear unless you've been haven't been looking at our Facebook page. I
I
think it
haven't been. I'm sorry. I
okay.
need I need to do that once in a
Well,
while.
no, I'm not chastising, I'm just
Okay.
you're missing some good stuff, but that's,
Yeah, yeah.
so, we had quite a few people write in on the, like, Brennan backstory thing,
Oh,
and,
yeah, okay. Yeah, that was a great idea, Gia. Good job.
oh, well, thanks, but they've taken it and run with it, and, like, one of them is,
Oh.
like, this fully realized I'm like I said, "Why aren't you writing for General Hospital? Like, this is, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
way better than anything they came up with," but, I
Uh-huh.
appreciate folks chipping in and adding
Yeah.
their thoughts to that, so
Yeah, that is fun. Yeah. I'll take a look
it's
at
like
that.
crowdsourcing character development. I think they should
Yeah.
try it at General
That is a
Hospital.
fun idea, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Anyway, okay, so now you can jump back into your notes. Lulu, accident, Dante, what else did you have?
Chase, yeah, well, that was where we opened on Friday with Lulu happening upon that
Oh,
truck
yeah,
that
and I
had
was
gone off
like,
the
"Did
road.
I miss something?" It was one of those ones where I'm like, "Crap, I must
I
have turned
know.
away and I missed
Yeah.
something," and yeah.
Yeah. It's weird because I think the convention is to sort of pick up where you left off in a previous episode generally,
Yeah, so
right?
I
So
guess
it's
they're
strange.
breaking with convention, yeah.
Yeah, it's strange when they do that. It throws us and we're easily thrown.
Yeah, and then, of course, we know it's gonna be some mystery man, and, of course, we know that
Mhm.
somebody else is coming back, otherwise we'd
Mm.
I'm still, like, sort of torn on knowing things from the outside world and
Yeah,
whether I wanna know that or not, or if I'm having a
I
pure
know.
experience because
I
I
wanna have a pure experience.
write that down in your notes. We gotta start harvesting some of these T-shirt ideas. I never remember them, so write that. I want to have a pure experience. That's a great T-shirt.
Okay, I'm writing it down.
And on the back, you could say, "Ask me about my pure experience," or something like that, yeah.
Boy, would they be sorry. Let's get a coffee and I'll tell you.
Yeah, buy me a coffee. Um, but
Yeah.
anyway, of course, so I did know that it was gonna be, Nathan, just because 'cause I'd seen so many freaking headlines about it.
I
Um,
had to, but he was not on my mind. I was just going by who it looked like, and I couldn't really tell, but I
you
thought it
couldn't
might be
tell that lying down person didn't look like him, sort of obscured.
no. Even the
Yeah.
eyebrows, to be honest, look different than they did today. Could that be a T-shirt?
Even the eyebrows. You mean like they were fuzzy the other day and today they'd been groomed a little more or something, or
The reverse. Yeah, they looked a little
Oh,
sort of more defined or, um, narrow, I thought, on Friday the
Manicured, a little more manicured,
Yeah,
perhaps?
yeah, and so I thought it was maybe Marco, but I don't recall what his I don't know what made me think that,
Mm,
just that it looked like
I
a
think he's
dark-haired
a little
person.
bit gromity, you know?
Yeah, yeah, Gromity? Wait a minute, what? I shouldn't have questioned that. Yeah, a little Gromity, yeah,
Like Wallace and
and
Gromit? Yeah.
Gromit. So that would be a
That's
bushier eyebrow.
well, that's pure eyebrow acting on that dog in that, which
Mm,
is,
mhm. Eyebrow
pretty
acting, yeah.
yeah, that's all he's got, and he does it
Yeah,
all.
he does it all, yeah, those are great characters. I love the style of the Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, anyway, okay, well, good on you for the level of detail there. I didn't look at the eyebrows that carefully.
But I'm probably just, like,
Yeah.
wrong, obviously. It probably was the
Well
same actor. I don't know why they
well,
would
yeah, but, they shoot out of order all the time, so they
Yeah,
coulda
yeah.
he coulda been like, "God, my eyebrows are a mess. I gotta get to the salon and get
And
these."
yeah, and initially, did we see the whole face? It seemed like there was, like, a mask, an
No, I think he
oxygen
had an
mask or
oxygen
whatever,
mask.
so all
Yeah.
you could see was, like, the eyebrows, the closed eyes, the forehead, and
Mhm.
today you saw more of it. You saw his whole head, right?
I think so. I think
So
so,
maybe they
yeah.
didn't wanna pay the
You
big
think they
time
used
star
a
a
stand-in just
sta
for that first
yeah,
maybe, yeah.
yeah, yeah, a
And is
stunt
that
eyebrow,
it
yeah.
wouldn't be a stand-in because he was lying down, a lie down. Guy on gurney. We need a day player for a guy on a gurney. But anyway,
Yeah.
I don't know,
Mhm.
whatever. I think that, um I think that was a good character, but I'm like I was like, how do I feel about Nathan being back? Do I care? I don't think I had a strong attachment to the Nathan character, really.
Mm.
Did you?
Um, I liked Nathan. I think one of the things we liked about Nathan was how good he was with Maxie.
Right. I just was
You
in
know?
my head. I thought, uh oh, Maxie and Spinelli.
Yeah, I
It's like,
know. That's a
yeah,
wrinkle for sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
Of course,
don't
she's asleep right now too, so it's not going to matter for a while. But
Right, right.
I
Yeah,
don't like
maybe
seeing them thrown in.
No, I don't want any of them to face this sort of angst and
Right.
discomfort and
Yeah, but anyway, people are just coming back to life left and right.
Yeah, yeah, and
It's
there
like
does
resurrection theater, you know?
Yeah, doesn't it seem though that there is that common thread of César Faison?
César Faisal. It's a satisfying name. César
But
Faisal.
man, what a creepy guy he was. I don't
He
want him to
was.
be alive, and it looks like maybe he could be, right?
Do you think that actor's still alive? I don't even know who that was, but
I I don't know. I
I don't
don't
know. We'll have to
know.
look him
But
up, but he
he
seemed pretty
was
old. But,
he was certainly supposed to be dead on the show, but, it feels
that
silly
means
every time we say that.
nothing. That
Yeah,
means nothing. I mean, who haven't they brought back?
I know.
Um,
I
yeah.
know. It must feel bad, like, to be one of the characters that hasn't died and been brought back, you know?
Yeah, and if you do die, you must hold out hope if you wanna be on the show still. You feel
Yeah,
like, "Well,
yeah,
they could be calling
yeah,
any day now," you
yeah.
know?
How sad that would be to just
Yeah,
have, like,
could be
somebody
calling.
sitting by the phone.
Yeah, waiting.
I
Like,
did
I'm
when
wondering, like, can we have Cyrus back? I like Cyrus.
Oh gosh, imagine if we had Cesar Faison and
And
Cyrus
Cyrus
Renault.
and
Oh my
Sidwell
god.
all at
Oh
once.
my god, I don't know
Do
if
we
I could
put Drew
take
in the
that.
same category as them? Like, Drew's not
Oh, that guy, man.
yeah.
So much
Oh,
so
that
much
man.
so much
Um,
awfulness in
I don't
one
in my head,
town.
I don't put Drew in with them. I feel like the rest of those guys have, like, an element of madness.
Yeah, and they would probably kill someone with their bare hands. I don't know if Drew's there yet.
He probably has. He was supposed to be a Navy SEAL,
Navy
right?
SEAL. Yeah, they don't generally kill people with their own
I
hands.
think they have to do that just in training.
But only people that no one would miss.
I'm just making shit up. But my husband's uncle was in the original, like they didn't call him Navy SEALs yet. What did they call him? I can't think of it. But anyway, he was in like the precursor to the Navy SEALs. He was like a badass.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Badass on his mom's side. Just
Uh-huh.
a tidbit of information for you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I
He's
know
long
they are.
gone,
They're
though.
tough guys. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
But right, no, I get your point. Point well taken. Point received. Point given.
And
Yeah.
also, well, they talk about how Drew has changed, and sometimes they make the comment about he changed since he got out of prison. What
Right.
happened
That
to him in prison
yeah.
had something to do with and you would think that as a Navy SEAL with that sort of training that maybe he should have been better prepared for
Um
adversity in the prison, system.
yeah, but that PTSD really does a number on
Yeah, it
people.
sure does. It does. It's true. It's true.
I'm not finding the name. I'm looking for the name. The
Oh, what
nickname
they were before the Navy.
Frogman. Yeah,
Okay. Hmm.
Frogman. Well, anyway. Okay. Carry on. Carry on
Okay,
as you
thank
were.
you.
Sure.
Thank you, Gia. So yeah, Lulu. Oh, you know how sometimes we find that characters when they see each other, like Lucas and Britt, like we were talking about, like, did he really hate Britt before? We don't really
Oh,
remember
right. We
that,
don't remember. Yeah, we don't. I don't remember
Yeah.
their interaction really. So
Right, right. But
yeah.
similarly, between Lulu and Chase, it seemed like the last time they interacted, like, wasn't Chase, he was getting to be pretty mean to Lulu because of how she was treating Brook Lynn. And that all seemed to be gone, which
That
is
was
fine,
gone. Right.
fine. But
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
she didn't seem to remember that he was a dick to her, and he didn't seem to remember that she was a bitch to Brooklyn.
Maybe they settled it because now they're like kind of trying to work to like they buried the hatchet to be strong for what's her name there, Maxie.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
maybe Chase was told to like
Yeah, to just
play nice. I don't know,
yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah,
But
I'd forgotten about that to be honest when they interacted. That wasn't even a thought in my head.
it wasn't in mine the first time. I watched that episode twice, and the second time it kind of occurred to
Your
me, oh yeah.
dedication is impressive, really.
I mean, I guess it's a little bit dedication, a little bit sort of wanting to kind of remember a bit, better, like
Yeah,
have
yeah.
the scenes kind of lodged in my brain a little bit better. Okay, so moving on from there, we had Molly and Cody. They had Outback,
Oh, right, the
and
whole Outback, figuring out who
yeah,
Outback was, and
Molly had
yeah,
figured it
yeah,
out that its real name might be Tricolor Beagle.
right, yeah.
No.
I'd like him to be wearing one of those tri-cornered hats, you know, like a
Yeah.
colonial soldier kind of
Yeah.
hat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
a
Good idea.
tri-cornered hat on a tri-colored
Tricolor
beagle.
Beagle. Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it'd be cute, wouldn't it?
Yeah, sure, Gia. Thank you for that. And then Geo came in and sort of tested the theory of whether or not Cody was going to be able to be a good man or not. And of course, he had to be because Molly was there. I think he would have been even if Molly hadn't been
Are you
around.
referring to the reward, and he was not going to take the reward thing, or
Well,
just
yeah, yeah, all of it, kind of. I mean, I can't picture Cody not reuniting Geo with the dog.
yeah, yeah, that would have been mean. Yeah,
Yeah, that wouldn't have been and then he never would have gotten away with it, if
right.
anybody would have seen that dog at some point.
But I think they're not taking the reward thing. We're supposed to. I mean, maybe that was just to impress Molly, but maybe it also was just a little personal growth, perhaps.
Yeah, I think so. I know. I wondered if she hadn't been there, would he have behaved differently? But I think
Yeah.
he's a good enough guy that he wouldn't take that.
I like to think so. I don't know that
Yeah, me
I
too.
was wanting to take it
I
myself.
was
I was like,
too.
what
Yeah.
couldn't I do with a ten
Oh,
thousand
I
dollars?
could murder $10,000 so
Really
quickly.
be
Yeah.
like that
Yeah.
could be my healthcare budget for next year. I'm thinking I'm going to have to crowdsource my next colonoscopy.
Oh, no.
Crowdfund it. You know.
A
I hope
GoFundMe
everybody doesn't mind.
shared
They're
nap.
like, chip into
I
Then
want to
your
take a
friends
big
go.
nap.
I was thinking, well, I can get by with just catastrophic coverage, but then we're like, oh, what does a colonoscopy really cost if you got to pay the whole ding dang thing yourself? Probably a lot.
It seems like it should cost a lot.
But I
Like more than
no,
heart
nobody else
surgery.
wants to go in there.
I for $10,000 I can either give you a heart transplant or a colonoscopy.
Check up the rear chute. Anyway, okay, I'm getting off the topic.
A little bit.
Me and my sphincters. I don't know.
Well, we haven't thanked the sphincters today, have we? I don't know if we did
No,
on Thursday.
mine's been doing pretty good. My upper sphincter, well, my lower one as well, but my upper sphincter, thank heavens,
Yeah.
my upper sphincter has been keeping the acid down where it belongs for a few days, and I
That's
appreciate
good.
that.
Yeah,
Um,
that's good, Gina.
anyway, yeah, $10,000. That was quite silly, but yeah. So nice scene. I kind of like that they aren't having Molly hold out on the Cody relationship. I I kind of feel like moving to today when she was discussing it with Alexis.
Yeah.
Do you think just referring once or twice to her relationship with TJ at some point would have been just
Yeah.
like a normal thing that would happen? Like, well, you just came out of a, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
quasi marriage, and like how, like
Mhm.
I don't know, it just felt like
Mhm.
why have we sort of erased the history with TJ?
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of erasing that happens, and it does kind of make it sort of keeps the characters from being more multidimensional and developed when
Yeah.
they just sort of cut out parts of their past.
I mean, I get it's a soap opera and they have ridiculous numbers of partners that people would probably not have in real life. And so at some point you have to kind of like erase and forget those
Mhm.
past ones. But this was like a big deal, the breakup with TJ. And then
Mhm.
it's like he's disappeared both from Molly's character and from Jordan's character. Um,
Yep.
that just seems
Yep.
weird to me. Like,
Mhm. Yep. Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
They
But
there was one mention of him, I don't know, like
yeah, somebody kind of recently did
yeah,
mention his name. Yeah.
but yeah, it was very, very much in passing.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so that scene, and then and then the biggie was at the end of Friday, right? In the stable, we had the kiss.
We had the kiss,
Dun
we
dun
did.
dun.
Yeah, yeah, we did, Gina.
Gio and Emma. Gio and Emma. It was sweet, wasn't it?
It was sweet. Yeah, and I guess it was fine. I mean, I don't know. We'd had liked them so much as friends, and I guess we knew it was inevitable that they were gonna get together, because it would be sort of weird if they hadn't, I guess, in soap opera land. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, and then they'll be good. I'll
It
get
was a longer
yeah,
courtship than
yeah,
than many
yeah.
characters get.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
the dog looked wicked sweet sitting between them. That's a cute dog.
Yeah, and Emma's really good at being, excited about the dog, seeing the dog, all of that, it all seems very, very authentic, I think.
Yeah, and I even liked like after they parted from the kiss,
Mhm,
like she
mhm.
just had this big like shit-eating grin on her face,
Yeah.
like like she
Yeah,
didn't get all shy and awkward. She was just like,
yeah,
like yeah, that was kind
uh-huh,
of
uh-huh.
cool. That was very her character. Like
Yeah,
she's
right,
like,
right,
yeah, I'm psyched.
yeah. Oh, and, I'm thinking this just crossed my mind, that if she's still, trying to get something on the professor, Dalton, right? She's still trying
Yeah,
to enter his world a bit more. Now that she's in a relationship with Geo, so we know she's not interested in a relationship with Dalton, even though she's been sort of flirty and stuff. So it seems like if he does anything to like cross that boundary,
yeah.
with her, it's gonna it's going to create some real problems, I think, for her. And like Gio's going to have a hard time not
Yeah, he
getting in
might.
the
It
middle
might
of
be
that.
like that whole like well, kind of like Jordan and Isaiah when Isaiah couldn't handle,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if it's something she's doing of her own volition, like in a work way, kind of
Hmm.
is sort of what Emma is doing. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
will he be able to handle that? Yeah.
right, but it also seems like it's more dangerous because this is a
Oh
clearly
yeah,
an older man who,
yeah, yeah,
might just try to take advantage.
yeah. We know his morals are questionable already because
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
putting mascara on beagles, and
Yeah.
that's wrong.
Even if the Beagles want it, it's still wrong.
Yeah.
I
I played a gig at a dog bar this weekend, saw a lot of nice dogs. No, none of them in mascara, but
and they all still looked good.
they look good. The people, it was Hulk Hogan night for some reason.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I don't know. And we were all handed little packets with a Hulk Hogan like costume, like a red kerchief for our heads and
Uh-huh.
yellow glasses and a big cross and
Okay.
a feather boa. I don't know
Wow.
enough. Yeah. They must have just gone to like one of those Halloween stores and gotten little packets of
Clean them out of
um,
their Hulk Hogan stuff.
and yellow sweat
Mhm.
wristbands, and
Mhm, mhm.
yeah, and people were really a mustache. I couldn't wear the mustache because of the harmonica.
Oh, yeah, uh-huh.
But it was an odd night.
It
Dogs.
sounds like it, yeah.
Everybody dressed like Hulk Hogan. It was a birthday party. There was like contests going on. No, people
Mm.
could have cared less that we were playing music in the corner. Um,
Mm.
but I wore the Hulk Hogan stuff for as long as I could take it.
Well, good for you, Gia. Good
I
for
look
you.
good. Yeah.
Oh, I bet,
Anyway,
yeah.
cute dogs. What do you think of that dog bar concept? Do you think people should be taking their dogs out drinking like that?
None of my dogs would like a setting like that, I don't
Yeah.
think.
I
But
think maybe these dogs that were there are dogs that if they were humans, they'd be at a bar drinking.
that would be
You
their
know,
scene, yeah.
they're very social. Like
Uh-huh.
like it's this
Yeah.
enclosed space. Obviously, it has to be enclosed,
Uh-huh.
and they're like running around. Like I just think if you have a dog that needs wearing out, you know,
Uh-huh.
take him
Uh-huh.
to a bar and let him.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a thing everywhere, but,
I can't. Yeah, you don't think your dogs would do well? Vinny right now, if he's all skunked up still, he probably wouldn't be letting him.
actually, I
So.
think he's okay now. I think he's okay,
Did
and
you blot him with some more V8?
I did not, but I've smelled him and I washed all the bedding and stuff and pillows that he lies on and stuff. So it doesn't smell. I don't think
Been a
any
little bit of a blessing in disguise.
yeah, really spurred me on to do some deep cleaning. Yeah. Did you have him do this?
I said that you can order a
Order a skunk.
skunk skunk visit. Yeah.
Now there's a business, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we should do next. We've been so successful.
We have so many good ideas.
I know. Anyway, okay, sorry. Are we still talking about Outback?
We
Are
can
we?
move on. I think we've
Okay.
covered that a bit. Okay, so then we get to the hospital. Let's see. We have Lucas and Elizabeth.
Oh yeah, and
Uh,
everybody's quite startled at the sight of
yeah,
Nathan.
yeah, yeah. And we still also have across town. We still have the news about Monica. So first, Lucas and Elizabeth are talking about Monica.
Oh
Um,
right, yeah, because they get the news there, and
yeah,
Michael, and
yeah,
yeah,
uh-huh, and, so that was sort of touching, I thought, when Lucas, when like, he's really good at seeming, like, empathetic with other people, like,
yes,
imagine
yeah,
how Elizabeth must feel and stuff like that, and so I found that a little bit moving, that little scene.
yeah. Yeah,
Um
and it's interesting that even though we all know that the actor
Mhm,
that played
mhm.
Monica has been gone for quite some time. I don't know how long now,
Yeah, yeah,
but it's hitting. I feel like it's hitting pretty hard.
Yeah.
just in pretend land here, it's still hitting
Mhm.
pretty hard.
Yeah, it is. It is. Uh-huh. And maybe they have all just been working towards this, and trying, and maybe everybody knew that they were going to get some scenes, to talk about Monica, and so they've been sort of
You mean
carrying
like
this.
why did they wait so long to do this?
Well, yeah, I think that's part of it. Yeah, they really wanted to make
Mm,
sure that it
they did it
wasn't.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I thought, oh, it's going to be, I don't know, anticlimactic or something that by
Yeah.
the time they get around to memorializing
Mhm.
her, but I feel like it's very impactful still.
Yeah, I
Um,
think so, and also, like, I'm wondering now, like, if they needed to save their money so they could have all these actors come back, like Ned, people we haven't seen much of
yeah, and the
lately.
flashbacks that are
Yeah,
supposedly expensive, I guess, and we haven't
yeah,
seen too many of those, but a couple good ones. But
right, right, yeah. I always
um,
like to see Ned, and that I got a little bit teary-eyed when he and, Tracy and Brook Lynn were.
had their little family hug, and yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so that was sweet. And then Michael came in to the room with them. Oh, we also had we had Jason and Michael before that, before Michael joined Tracy and Ned in Brooklyn.
Did we already? When did Jason was down at the what
The
do they call it?
gatehouse or whatever.
Gatehouse, yeah. And
Hmm.
did Danny? Did we already talk about Danny and
No, he
Jason?
came. He
Or
came by later. He came by
yeah.
later.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So first, Jason had a little scene with Michael. And then Michael went up to the house, and then Danny and Drew had that scene at the
Oh,
hospital.
right.
Yeah,
Drew was a real dick, wasn't he?
he really was a
I don't like. I don't
super,
like to use
super
that
dick.
kind of
Yeah,
language. I know you do, but I really don't. But I think it's appropriate here.
yeah. I think if the shoe fits, definitely. And yeah, Danny he did a really good job of seeming reasonable. He wasn't like a hothead. He didn't do
Yeah, and
anything
just trying to
crazy.
appeal to his reason and
Yeah, and
like
Scout, like, reminding him Scout was a little girl.
yeah, yeah. But
Mm.
no, he's like, and he's all like, "Oh, look at you circumventing the
Ugh,
law." I was
so
like,
smug.
"Oh, I wanted to punch your face."
Yeah, and
I'm not a violent person, you know that, but
I know that, yes. And Danny isn't either, but I bet he would have loved to have, punched Drew right in the
yeah, and I
throat.
thought, we talk about and they talk about Danny being impulsive and all that stuff, and I thought this was like Danny really, like you said, showing a lot of thought and
Mhm.
restraint and all of those things, truly being the bigger man than
Yeah,
of the two men
every
in the room, he was the bigger man at that point.
absolutely, yeah, I think his parents, I think, everybody would have been proud of him.
Yeah. The only thing I didn't like is, I think, and maybe this is a look of the young
Mm.
men of today, I don't know, but both Danny and then Rocco today had these weird, like, short, sort of boxy
Tops.
shirts on.
Yeah,
Yeah, did you
yeah,
notice that?
yeah, I did.
Like, kinda like a Cuban shirt, but not long
Mhm.
enough.
Right, right, yeah,
Like an
yeah,
old man kinda Cuban shirt, but they were
and
like,
right, those are softer too, they sort of like these seem like they had been almost like Danny seemed almost like it was stiff, like it wasn't like
"Is that
falling.
a thing? I don't know any young men."
I don't think so, at least not around here. But
Speaking of Fresh Prince, it looked kind of '80s, it looked like
yeah,
sort of,
yeah.
how we were all wearing massively oversized tops and things and
Mhm, mhm.
stirrup pants? Did you have any stirrup pants?
I didn't have stirrup pants, no.
I did.
Oh god.
I had stirrup pants and I remember my mom gave me this outfit for Christmas and it was black stirrup pants and this like oversized like cream colored sweater that like hung almost to my knees.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it
Can
made me
picture
look like my legs were like a foot long.
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
I didn't have the I didn't have the like sort of willowy look to
Uh-huh.
pull that
Right.
off. But remember we
Right.
were wearing these really baggy,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean it was great for eating and drinking. Those were good years.
Yep. Yep. Oh boy, such
Anyway, so
great
if
fashion
maybe
choices.
those are good looks for boys now, but I was like
Yeah. I don't know.
I was taken out of the scene a little bit to mentally be critical of the shirt.
Yeah, and also I don't know if those are the kind of boys who are
Mm.
paying attention to fashion. It seems like they should just be wearing t-shirts. Like
T-shirts,
Charlotte
yeah.
was just wearing a t-shirt, you know.
Yeah, a graphic tee, yeah.
Yeah, it makes a little more sense, I think, but
It's funny
maybe they got
calling
a
stuff a
deal.
graphic tee, isn't that funny? But isn't that what they call them, graphic tees?
Yeah, I guess because they have a graphic on them, a
Because they have
graphic.
a graphic on them, but it makes me think instantly something like
Like
naughty, like it's
naughty, yeah.
a graphic tee, you know?
Oh, dear. Oh, boy.
That was a
Uh,
good scene, though. That was a good scene between he and Drew.
it
They both
was a good
did
scene.
well, you know,
Yeah. I don't
embodying their people.
Yeah, and I wondered, like, it was that just supposed to show us what a good boy Danny is, and what a bad man Drew is? I mean, we knew that part.
I
But
guess,
I wondered if there was gonna
yeah.
be any other purpose that it was gonna serve.
Well, is Danny gonna,
Do something?
do something else to,
Right, right, yeah,
yeah.
maybe. Yeah, it seemed like he would have if he hadn't heard about Monica, he's probably off to throw Scout onto his dad's boat and go blasting out of the harbor,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I mean, they could be, I mean, this might be a stretch, but they could be laying the groundwork for Scout being the shooter. If we
Ooh,
just keep building up on how anguished Scout has been to be separated from her brothers and,
interesting.
her,
Yeah,
her
yeah. Huh.
family. I don't know.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. Very interesting, Gia. Let's see. Okay, so then we had Emma and Charlotte and Rocco were sitting around at Bobby's, and that's so Emma got the call about the dog from Geo. But before that, they were just sort of hanging out. Then Elizabeth told Drew about Monica.
Monica, right.
uh, while
Did
Drew
we
was all
see him react? I can't remember. Did we see any
no,
reaction?
it cut away
No.
from that because he was sort of
Okay.
all bitchy about the whole Quartermain family, and
Yeah,
Elizabeth
yeah, yeah.
just, "Stop, I have to tell you something."
That's right. But we haven't seen his reaction. That'll be interesting if we
Yeah,
see.
right.
Will we be conflicted if we see some humanity out of him at this point? Because we're hating on him so hard right now.
So hard, and well, I feel like he's gonna use this as just another thing to blame that family on, like, for, like, destroying his relationship with Monica so that he
Oh,
couldn't
that
even
could be
save her,
right. That
you
could
know?
be. Yeah.
So that could be, uh, him giving himself permission to become even worse, you know?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Mm.
But I wouldn't be surprised because he always seems to get a little worse.
Could we make a T-shirt out of that? Give yourself permission. Become, and then on the back, become even worse.
Okay, I'm writing it down.
Like we could have some just on-demand T-shirt company, and
Yeah.
these could be like on-demand like dark sayings that.
Yeah. Well, your postcard that you sent me has a cartoon on the front, and on the back it gives you the artist information. So I just looked her up before we hopped on, and I found this t-shirt site where you can do that basically. You can have your design set up there, and then you can just
I'd
have
be just
direct.
ordering my own T-shirts all the time. It
Yeah.
would probably be a problem. I'd be,
But we were talking about doing a hospital t-shirt or a Tano t-shirt again that people could just order directly. So maybe we could
yeah, yeah,
do that.
yeah. That could be fun. We could do different designs or something. You're
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
good at design,
Well, that would be fun. That'd be
and
fun
I'm
to
great at coming up with these great phrases. So
You're good at so many things, Gia.
yeah, none of them make a living, but whatever. It's overrated. It's
Living,
overrated.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
No, living is great, but making a living, that's.
Way overrated, yeah. Oh boy.
Um,
Um, Oh, and
Okay,
that
what
so
else happened
yeah,
Friday?
well, we could talk about the Jason and Danny scene now, which was a nice little quiet scene, but
That was sweet. I kind of wondered, like, when was Jason gonna break it to him? I kind of thought, I don't know. I guess Jason was just overwhelmed with his own feelings. He hadn't found time to go find Danny yet, but
yeah, I was a little confused about the timeline too. I couldn't
yeah,
figure out, like, if it was all, like, at night or the next day because, like,
yeah,
Carly was telling Michael he could tell the kids the next day, and I was like, "Wait a minute, so what time is it then?"
yeah, yeah.
They went to school, they came home, and they're in bed now, so they didn't see Monica, or they didn't ask to see Monica when they got home from school.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of was like, wouldn't Jason have been worried that Danny would hear it somewhere out there?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Mhm.
don't know, but generally he's been an excellent parent,
Yes, yes. He
especially just
tries.
for a hitman. He's pretty
For a
good,
hitman, yeah, he's
pretty
he's
good.
quite emotional, really.
But that was a sweet scene, I thought.
Mhm, and I like that Danny's kind of evolved enough that it's not gonna, like, freak him out to see his dad emotional like that, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think we've got a awful good crop of kids right
We
now.
do,
Like I
we
hope they get to
do.
stick around.
Yeah, and I hope they're pulling some younger people into the viewing audience, that would be great if there were, like, people in their teens or whatever who thought that these guys were fun to watch too, you
Do you
know?
think? Like I don't know. The,
I
like
don't
that's
know.
the young people are like aliens to me. I don't know how they think or feel or what they're.
Maybe, yeah, let's say they're visiting their, like, their gram their
The gram,
old
like,
lady
yeah,
and their
that could,
family who's
yeah,
watching her stories, and they see these cute boys on the TV,
yeah.
you know?
Did your gram watch stories?
No, no,
Yeah,
no.
mine
Sh
neither. Yeah.
she would yell at the TV if the people got too loud, um, but, a friend of mine was watching General Hospital, and
Well,
I
see,
saw.
that's what happened to me. You
Yeah,
indoctrinated me into this. I was like, "Who these
yeah.
people all look so bizarre."
I know they do have that soap
Yeah.
opera look, but I thought Scotty was cute, and that's what hooked me.
Yeah. Well, that was an era, like, when General Hospital was popular and soaps were popular,
Yeah,
so
yeah, mhm,
but I don't know if we were even allowed to turn the TV on in the afternoons, or we would have been
mhm,
if you were watching TV in the afternoon,
mhm.
somebody, a parent, was gonna come give you something to do,
Ah, uh-huh,
you know? We
yeah,
had job-oriented parents, like,
ah,
the
sure.
chores. Yeah,
Mm.
so if you were watching TV in the daytime, you had better be sick. That's when
Yeah,
you got to turn the
mhm.
until we got to be, like, teenagers and they kinda couldn't control us anymore.
Yeah, and then they wished you would just sit down and watch TV.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I remember, like, we weren't allowed to have sodas, like, we
Mhm,
never had
yeah,
soda in our house, and
yeah,
then when we moved to, one house, we were living next door to, like, the neighborhood pool, and they had, a Coke machine,
yep.
and then it was like, "No stopping us."
Yep, yep, yep.
They
Uh,
lost it, they lost control.
poor parents, I know, they
I know,
tried, they
and I
tried.
probably drank twice as much Tab as I would have because it was
Yeah,
forbidden. It was
right.
verboten to me,
Yep, yep,
but,
yeah.
anyway, okay, back to where were we?
Let's see. Well, we're at about the end of that episode. That's
Okay. That's
where
Friday, yeah.
yeah. So we had MNGO kissing, and then we had the crash victim sort of revealed to Anna and Lucas and Dante, and
Yeah.
they're all wondering how this could be. And that was Friday. And then Monday we started with Alexis and Molly talking about COVID.
Yeah, what do you think of Alexis, concealing that she knew that Christina had that little scam scheme going?
I think it just sort of helps show, like, just how compromised Alexis is as a woman and a parent and a lawyer, you know? Every category, she's a bit of a mess, you know?
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, so you think, and there she is out having coffee, and I'm thinking, I hope somebody's taking care of Rick,
I What
She's
if
got the
something
guy in the
happened in the
basement at
house?
home. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
what if there was
funny.
a fire or something?
Well, maybe she's got that sticker on the door with like no pets, but one.
There's a lawyer in the basement.
I got an ex-husband tied up in the basement.
That's a
Get
good
him if you have time. But
that's a that's a funny idea. That couldn't be a T-shirt, but it could be a sticker.
could be some kind of sticker, yeah, like with I have one on the door. I don't know if anybody actually looks at those, but for the firefighters to see, like, you
Mhm.
gotta get my cat, but you could
Yeah.
add categories at the bottom, like
Mhm.
ex-husbands and whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Anyway, what I liked about that scene was the succulents.
I know. I knew you were gonna say that. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Fair enough.
Maybe they were the stars of that scene, I
They might
guess.
have been.
Yeah,
I just
that's
wonder
right.
if they do like my mom did. Like, if I tried to keep succulents, I'm talking about the little pot on the table,
Yeah,
the little
yeah.
mixed. Uh,
Mhm.
if I tried to keep them all like that, they wouldn't stay nice like that. I wonder if they replace it each time. Like
Mhm.
like I
Mm.
found out about my mom's African violets that she was just chucking them
Just
when they
chuck
died and picking up
every week or so, she'd get a
picking
new
up new ones at the grocery store. But
Mm.
anyway, that was an okay scene. I mean, we're just
Mhm.
developing the Cody Molly relationship
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh-huh. Right.
I'm on
Right.
board with that.
Yeah, I am too. I am too. I mean, Molly is way more likable these days than she
Yeah,
had
yeah,
been. Yeah. So that's good. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Cody is with somebody who's, sort of like a straight arrow.
right. Yeah, yeah, because he's the one that like he was with Sasha. I mean, that was the only other love interest we've had, right?
Yeah. Although
For
he was
him.
with Britt briefly. I don't know if I remember
Was
that.
he? Was he with Brett?
Well, remember Dante was bitching to Cody about Britt, and then he's like, "Oh, sorry, man,
Yeah,
I
yeah, I
forgot."
forgot. Yeah, yeah, I've forgotten too. Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway, right. Yeah. So Molly will be a much straighter. I mean, Sasha was a straight arrow, but she also had her con woman side that, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
gave
Mhm.
her a little different.
And she wasn't an officer of the courts, so
Right. Right. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
But, we still don't really know how long Rick is gonna be in the basement, but what if Cody somehow stumbled upon him, if Cody
Oh,
like,
yeah. Yeah.
the more and
Yeah.
more people enter their orbit.
Yeah.
And
What if their hot water heater goes or something? I mean,
sure, right, right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stuff
Mhm.
happens. Yeah.
Stuff does happen, that's for sure. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, so that'll be fun to watch, those 2. We had the whole, discussion about where Outback should live and Brooklyn's
Oh, that
suggestion.
kind of like, what the hell? What the hell? I was like, so Rocco won't mind if we take his dog away from him and have him live here. I'm like, okay, so currently the dog lives with Rocco when Rocco is at Lulu's and also when Rocco is at the Quartermain. So what they're proposing is to
Mhm.
take the dog away from him for half the time.
Well, I think the dog stays at Lulu's even when Rocco's at the Quartermains.
Oh, okay.
So he'll
So
still
it's still
only
just
see the dog
whether
half the
okay,
time, but
okay.
Charlotte and Lulu won't get to see the dog.
Yeah, I just thought the whole like there was no problem there to begin with, and they acted like they solved like okay, problem solved. Like there wasn't a problem.
No, there wasn't a problem, but it seemed like it was that Brooklyn had an ulterior motive.
I
Um,
guess so. Exact what that was, but I was like pissed off that they were doing all this planning without Rocco.
I know, it seemed like he should have been
The
included
dog's
in the
human,
discussion. Yeah, yeah, right, and Charlotte seemed to care about the dog too, even though,
Yeah. So
she
let's take this family's dog away from them. Yeah, okay.
yeah, I
I don't
know,
know.
I
Sort
know.
of pissed me off. Things around this dog have been, I don't know, triggering for me. I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
I feel like
Well,
the writers must not have dogs.
yeah, anytime you introduce an animal into a story, like soap opera, whatever, you've got to protect that animal way more than the people. It's just the
Yeah,
rule.
yeah.
Just how it has to be. You can't be doing like
You can't
random
be
shit with an animal,
dicking around. You can't leave them lost forever. Oh, I
No.
wanted to ask you also,
Mhm.
um, since you introduced me to Potato the prairie dog on
Oh, yeah.
Instagram,
Yeah, uh-huh.
who is very cute, but why is he living with them? Was he injured? Was he taken away from
I
why is he
don't
not
know. I don't well, they have sold those little fellas at pet stores. I
Oh,
remember back in
really?
New
I
York,
don't
they
like
sold and they were calling them whistle pigs, and it's like, that's not cool. You give them some different name and pretend it's not an
Ah.
Yeah, I know that's an issue I have a teeny bit with a lot of these accounts where they have a wild animal living in the house.
Yeah, I have issues like that thing you sent me with like the horses roaming around in the house and all the, because
Yeah.
well, I actually, and in this case, I'm more worried about the children. Like, you don't know how quickly a
Mhm.
child's hand could be smashed by a hoof or whatever. I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah,
they
mhm,
present these sort of romantic or
mhm,
romanticized
yeah,
ideas of a
yeah,
lifestyle, and
mhm.
it's not safe. It's not good for the humans or the animals, I don't think.
Yeah, a
Certainly
horse
not
can
good for the
definitely do some
floors.
damage, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and it wouldn't take being like the horse being poorly behaved. It would just take
Right,
like
right.
stamping a hoof to get a fly or something.
Mhm, mhm,
So
yeah,
anyway, that's why I
yeah.
like my wombat guy because
Yeah, yep, yep, mhm, and
he
yeah,
like takes these wombats in and then he raises them up and then he gets them back to their wild state. And he was like explaining about one the other day that it was starting to attack him when he was going in the pen, and he was like, "This is what
uh-huh.
we want. This is like
Yeah,
now
yeah,
we're almost
yeah,
ready to go back and
uh-huh,
release this." And it's like,
uh-huh.
"Yeah, thank you. You're not putting hats and bows on it and keeping,
I know, I don't like that, I don't like it when they dress up animals, um,
Anyway,
but
I'm sorry. I'm just starting to rant now. I'm
no,
sorry.
that's okay. I know. A lot of these accounts, even though they're so cute, I start to wonder, did they just bring in this animal because they knew it would be a good Instagram account? You know?
I know, and that's what I kind of wondered about. I was hoping you'd tell me a backstory about how Potato, couldn't be
I only
rewilded or
recently
something. But
discovered potato, so I don't know what the
and
origin
who am
story.
I to? I'm not playing God here. Like, who am I to decide what can be a pet and what can't? I don't know.
It is a weird thing. Like guinea pigs can be
Yeah.
pets, but they occur in the wild.
Yeah, yeah. I
So
don't know.
yeah, it's
Okay,
strange.
my brain's starting to hurt. Let's
Okay,
let's
we'll
go.
move on. Okay, okay. Sorry, everybody. Sorry.
I'm
Um,
sorry. I'm sorry. I got all on my soap box. See what I did there?
oh gosh, Gia, that was a good one.
Thank you.
oh boy. Okay, so we had Carly, Sunny, and Michael, and Carly and Sunny were pretty good.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, that was pretty standard issue stuff, I
Yeah,
thought,
it
but
was.
nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's like now they have to go through all of the possible combinations of people and make sure the
Yeah,
news
yeah.
is delivered. So that's a little bit, yeah. I mean, I guess they can't put the same level of care into each one of these scenes, but they tried, I thought.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Like,
Yeah,
for the level of interaction they would have had with that character, it was about what, you know,
yeah.
comforting someone who lost their grandmother basically was.
Right, right. And
Yeah.
they had a difficult past with her, so they had to
Yes.
dig
Yeah.
pretty deep, I think, to appear genuinely, sympathetic, and I think they did,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
Carly. Sonny was sort of stood back, but I like how he's always there, and asks whatever they need, he's just there to
Yeah. Yeah.
help, you know? Then we had Tracy and Lucy. What'd you think about that one?
Lucy. I like the way you say Lucy.
Lucy.
Lucy. I liked it. I
I did
liked it.
too. Mhm.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't sure
Legacy characters.
legacy characters who can go toe to toe like that. And I liked that one of the things that I really liked about that scene was that sure they were never friends. Tracy and Lucy were never friends. In fact, kind of the opposite most of the time. Long history, between the
Yep.
two of them and Alan and everything. But I liked that in spite of the fact that Lucy had been married to Alan, there was like she was like fully ready to admit that that relationship didn't hold the candle to Alan and Monica's, like she
Yeah, she was really honest about it all, and but I also like that she didn't back down from, like, oh, what
Right.
did you wear that day? Like,
Right, right, right.
yeah,
Yeah.
she kind of gave it back. She didn't just get all mushy and comforting. She kind of, it was like they were worthy adversaries.
Yeah, and like she was sort of acknowledging that she had seen everything that was happening then, she saw who Tracy was and what she thought of her and everything, just like yeah, like owning it all basically.
Yeah, yeah, she owned it. That's a good way to put it. And I mean, Tracy, who has acknowledged this too, I mean, she was adversarial with Monica for
Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
the majority of their time together too. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, I liked that they reminisced and spent some time and gave it its proper. And I even liked that she like that it looked like Lucy wanted to like hug her at the
Yeah,
end, but
yeah,
didn't. You
yeah.
know,
Uh-huh.
that's
I
kind of
know.
real. That's kind of we've
I
all been
know.
there where you're like, should I hug this person? I don't know.
I know, I really wanted the hug, but I
Yeah,
was thinking, yeah, that she knows Tracy well enough to know that that might be going a little too
yeah.
far,
Tracy's
you
prickly, if
know?
nothing
Yeah,
else.
because yeah,
Yeah.
like, during their whole conversation, everything that they talked about, like, there was no sugarcoating of anything, and that the hug might have been sort of like that, like,
Yeah.
pretending that they were something that they're not.
Right, right, yeah. And I even like with the little discussion of the stairwell,
Yeah.
the grand stairwell, and
Mhm.
Tracy saying she thought it was tacky, and she,
Mhm.
like
Yeah, yeah.
she didn't like she's not all mushy about everything that from the
Right,
past. She's like,
right. Yep,
you
yep.
know,
Mhm.
and I thought that final tableau of her like lying weeping on stairs, like that's fabulous soap,
It
like,
really is, yeah.
wasn't it? Like
Yeah,
crumpled
yeah,
on that stairwell with the
yeah,
mural, and
and
yeah.
it's like it's only a character like Tracy can get away with something like that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's good. Yeah, it's great that she's getting so much screen time and story time,
Yeah.
because she's so good.
Yeah. She is good. And
Yeah,
she's at that point, and I think she said it or somebody said it about like losing all the people that she knew,
yeah.
which is such a weird, like I mentioned that with my dad before about where he lived
Mhm,
in his assisted
mhm,
living, and they had this little table next to a little activity room where they'd put the frame picture of the person who just passed away, and they
mhm.
all like walk by it and go, "Oh yeah,
Wow.
old Dick's
Wow.
gone," and or
Yeah,
whoever. And it was like startling, and it's like, oh, but that's where they are in their lives. It's not
yeah.
shocking, and
Mhm, mhm.
but it's got to get so lonely when you're like not having anybody around that like has the same reference points as you, and
Yeah.
what if I can't tell somebody that I always used to love the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Maybe you just need to have a Fresh Prince T-shirt.
But anyway, I can see that feeling, like I anticipate that feeling. I mean, if I'm so
Mhm,
lucky to be still
mhm,
around when other people are like, that's very human. That's got to be a lonely feeling, and it's so human.
mhm. Yeah.
Uh,
Well, and it's also nice that Tracy has all these younger people in her life who will be there,
yeah, yeah.
like, I'm really looking forward to a scene between her and Cody. I hope they have a good scene.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Right. Yeah,
Um,
she should. I hope she comes down to ride soon. Yeah.
yeah, or
Yeah,
he'll go
because
check on her maybe.
they're excellent friends.
Mhm. They are. They are.
Yeah.
So
Um, uh, I think the other people we haven't talked about today, but we had a bunch of Britt and Lulu, right?
oh, yeah, and it
We
started
had
out so nicely with Lulu acting like she was gonna
Yeah.
play nice, and then, of course, Britt isn't
Britt just
having it.
yeah, Britt just goes full on Britt, and,
She just trashes things, you know?
yeah, yeah. Wonder
But
why, like, that's just who she is, I guess.
well, and also she was triggered a bit by the package where
Medication,
she
yeah.
yeah, because I think maybe she would have treated Lulu little differently if that hadn't happened first, but maybe this
May
is
she
all
was
part
so
of
restrained with Rocco earlier, it's
yeah,
like, "Oh,
yeah.
okay, she's got" she was very respectful.
Mhm,
Like,
mhm.
she didn't say anything to him that was, negative about Lulu. Like, when he said, "My mom's waiting," she didn't say, "That's not
Right,
your
right,
mom."
right, right,
She
right,
didn't
yeah,
go Brit on him.
yeah, maybe she cares about him enough that she doesn't wanna do that, or maybe this is all part like, when she blew up at Lulu because of the package, maybe it was her realizing she has to keep these people at a distance, I don't know.
Maybe. Or, here's a really strong possibility. Lulu just rubs people the wrong way.
It's all Lulu's fault. Britt is a sweet, kind, lovely woman, and Lulu enters the picture. Who wouldn't react the way Britt did?
I'm just saying there's a kernel of truth in there.
You're right, yeah.
But no, I mean, Lulu entered the scene like,
Mhm,
on her very best behavior, and it was
mhm,
like, okay, now it's full on.
mhm.
Brit's gonna be trying to lure Ben back up into her womb or something. It's bad news.
She'll get him all kinds of stuff with the word "Ben" on it.
Yeah. Now I have no frame of reference for this in real life. I mean, there are people out there obviously that must later find out that like their mother was a surrogate or something like that.
Mhm,
I'm
mhm.
wondering how realistic this is that this young teenage boy is
Mhm.
so obsessed with this
Curious.
fast. It
Yeah. Yeah.
seems a
Right.
little, I don't know.
Mhm.
I mean, it would be unsettling, I guess, like in the same vein of finding out you're adopted later, I guess, would be kind of
Yeah,
weird, right?
I think so, yeah, I mean, and also she was taking care of him after he was born for a little while. I mean, maybe that makes it a teeny bit different than if she had just delivered him and never seen him again, you know?
Yeah,
I don't know. I was thinking it would be interesting if she had a conversation with Christina, who acts like that baby was hers, and,
yeah.
you
That
know?
they would probably not be a good influence on each other.
No, they would not. No,
Let's
they
hope
would
they don't
not.
team up. But
Yeah, that would be
women who should not be surrogates.
yeah. Yikes.
But I just wonder, like, I don't know, maybe I'm mischaracterizing teenage boys, but I'd be like, "Oh, yeah," I think they'd be like, "Yeah, okay, whatever."
Hmm.
Like, I'm gonna need a ride to Blobbity Blah's house or so, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah.
would they be that obsessive about it?
I guess that it seems like the typical boy, maybe not. I think Rocco's not a typical boy,
That's
though.
true. Rocco's kind of more sensitive and introspective,
Yeah,
so maybe
yeah.
that makes more sense, but
He's an introvert. Danny's like his good friend, really. And he's had the whole situation of having a mother in a coma for a long time,
yeah, I
all
guess so.
kinds of his Sam dying, all of that, so
I don't even for me, I don't even like thinking about pregnancy.
yeah, okay.
Like,
Probably anyone's pregnancies.
yes, really. I mean, because I've never been pregnant. I just like it didn't happen for us. We didn't end up having kids, and that's
Mhm.
probably for the best because it grosses me out. I'm sorry to admit that, but it's just I'm sure I would have dealt with it. It would have
I
been,
think I think so.
but I'm very juvenile about it. I'm not proud of this. I'm not proud.
That's
But
okay.
so for me, like thinking about my parents in that way and what they had to do to have me and all that, I was like, God, yuck. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking. Like, why is he wanting to think about this part of his coming into the world so much?
Good.
Is it just that I'm so immature that I can't?
No, I don't know, Chia. That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
I mean, I know it has to, like, that has to happen for people to exist.
And everybody eventually gets over it, and they
But
can look at their parents and their mother without thinking, "Oh my god, the horror."
I'm so sorry what you had to do to get me here.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so I'll stop on that because yeah. Uh,
I think
um,
we're the 2 of us are not that qualified to talk about really.
but I don't know. I don't look forward to the anguish that's going to happen, and
Yeah.
and I don't like Rocco being pulled this way and that. Like,
Mhm,
it'll
mhm.
be interesting, I guess. But yeah, maybe it's hopefully like you're saying that Britt is realizing that she's still in danger of whoever this is that's sending her the medication, and she's trying to keep
Mhm.
people around her safe from whatever this is
Yeah,
she's involved in.
I think so, 'cause I mean, she knew that when she started saying, Ben, calling him Ben again when she was talking to Lulu, like, all of these things, she knew were gonna set Lulu off and
Yeah, and she did
have
it
her
like
put her
like
foot down.
yeah.
Yeah, and that medication that in that note, it was signed the letter C.
C, yeah, Cyrus?
Cesar? Cyrus. Oh
Cyrus is
god.
spelled with a C, isn't it?
It is.
It made me doubt myself.
That would be a funny little twist. Uh,
He would have had like a Bible phrase attached to it though or something.
yeah, 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 so that means
But
what?
yes, you're right. The C, like Cesar, I mean they're kind of laying the groundwork for that. And of course, even
Yeah,
if that actor isn't out there acting anymore, um
could be a new
they could
guy
it could
playing
be a
him.
new Cesar, but he was great as
Oh, God,
yeah.
so creepy. I don't know if I could take that level of creepiness, Gia.
Yeah, he like the hair was fantastic.
All stringy and ugh,
Yeah.
his, like, voice, ugh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at pictures of him right here. Uh, and his
But
real name is Anders. Anders Hove. Anders Hove.
okay. And he's still alive?
I'm looking. Hang on.
Okay.
We must be about at the end of our.
Yeah, we've gone long today, Gia.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Well, people needed to get home.
Yeah, you're welcome.
He's just 69. I don't know why I thought he
Okay.
was older, but
Yeah. Okay, so he
yeah.
could be coming back. That's so scary, I think. I don't like these like like through and through psychopaths, I don't like that when there's no chance of, goodness and reform.
Well, I think Cyrus had a lot of goodness in him. Am I
I think you're
looking at
mis
him with rose-colored glasses? Am I
Yeah, I
misremembering?
think you've forgotten a little bit, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
Well, I'll shut up now and but it was a good couple episodes. I thought we had a lot
We
going
did have
on.
a lot, yeah, and a lot of
Yeah,
new possibilities now, so
yeah, yeah.
yikes.
Dun
Mhm.
dun dun. Okay. Well, thanks for listening. Sorry we went long. Well,
Sorry, everybody, maybe we'll cut out the part about pregnancy.
yeah, you might want to. It'll just stop. The podcast will just stop.
Yeah. Alright,
Okay.
Gia.
All right. Well, you have a lovely night, and we'll talk to everybody in a few days.
Yeah, okay, good night.
Okay. See ya.
Bye.